it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Needed and much welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought
well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. He was taken down by Reuben Foster. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue. Almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder. Helped force the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. It's out. It's out time. Hey, go. 47. Check back 47. Hey, they scared. They scared. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Hey, Mark 52, Mark 52. Touchdown.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is caught by Jackson. The 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's McKissick. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now it's Haskins. And the catch made by Dontrell Inman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Washington.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways. Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
J.D. McKissick.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Chase Young on the...
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now this time, Wentz will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get into the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
A carry now for McKissick. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play.
He's definitely one of the best defensive tackles in the game. He's been a Pro Bowler the last 5 years running. When you run against Fletcher Cox, good luck.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go play action with Haskins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Right there. 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here it goes. 25, check 25, check 25.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins, flush to his right. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They run with a former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Coleman on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
You got 3 down.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way, on to punt for Washington, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Fielded at the 20. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. He's going to take another shot here. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington has taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes this Washington 13, Eagles 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Philadelphia.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Wentz will try again on second down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
To punt for the Eagles.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
That's good.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. Nice.
From the gun, Haskins eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's another Washington.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
10 at the 34-yard line.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken.
Brought down.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's get off the field, D. March 47. March 47.
From the gun, Haskins. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13 yards. It's now 3rd down and 8.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
49.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mike 54. Hey, here we go. Let's go. Come on. Good dance. Come.
Once again, it's Barber. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain.
That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on 3rd down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it. 2nd and short. Maybe take a big shot downfield. Instead, they ran it. Didn't work out for them very well. They should have listened to you, partner.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off near the 26. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
56. Mike 56. Right there.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll go again with McKissick. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. Hey, Hold on. 47's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Operating from the gun. Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jackson to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 29-yard line.
And an Eagle first down.
Go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On first down, Sanders. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
The tackle made
officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
56, boy, 56. Check 56.
Another run here with Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
13 all. Jake Elliott to kick off.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Barber. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And Washington has taken the lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Ooh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's filet. Filet, 10 ounce or 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 8.
Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
54 Mike, 54 Mike.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes this Washington 27, Eagles 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
56. Come on. 56 to Mike.
Now Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
An Eagle first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wentz now on 1st down. There's Jalen Reagor, his first NFL catch. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Wentz to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 11. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Haskins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
J.D. McKissick.
Tackled by Avonte Maddox. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games